Hello. I wanted to film this evening because it's getting to that time of year where the evenings get darker earlier and, autumn, winter seasons are approaching. And for me, that's incredible. I've never been happier in my life. For other people, I know that that's difficult because a lot of people don't like when it gets dark at 3 p.m. Could never be me. But I thought that I would use that opportunity to make a video about not just why I love it so much, but things that you can do to enjoy it more. Somebody's genuinely left their 2 dogs and baby. I don't know if there's a baby in the pushchair, but there's a pushchair and 2 dogs. And a woman just walked away from them. I don't know if there's a baby in there because it's turned the other way, but she's not been back for like 10 minutes. I have a little list that I've written down of things that you can do to enjoy your evenings, enjoy the colder days, enjoy the darker evenings. Number 1 is scented candles, or just any candles in general, for obvious reasons. Coziness, low lighting, good smells. What more do you want? Next is, I've actually talked about this before, but I have a sunset light, and let me tell you, that thing is incredible. On days where it's really gloomy outside and you put your sunset light on, it just makes your room just so warm. It's like, I always think of that scene from the Polar Express. I know that's a Christmas movie and it's October. I'm sorry, I can't stop talking about Christmas at the moment. I cannot stop. But that scene in the Polar Express where his younger sister is awake, it's right at the beginning of the movie. He looks through the keyhole of his bedroom and into her room, and it's like the warmest golden light. Oh my God, they're back. I can hear them behind me. Okay, lovely news. Lovely update on that situation behind me. The mum was picking up the child who the pushchair was for. So there was not a baby left unattended. Nothing to worry about. What a great happy ending. And I'm so glad I didn't judge. I definitely judged. Back to my list. What was I just talking about? I was talking about the Polar Express. Yes, the Polar Express. That scene where he looks through the keyhole into his sister's room and it's the warmest lighting you've ever seen in your life. And his room is cold and blue because he doesn't believe in Christmas anymore. And she does. And that is how I picture my bedroom all the time because of my sunset light and all my other lights and everything like that. When I walk upstairs and the hallway is dark, all I can see around my bedroom door is a rim of orange warm lighting, and it's the best thing ever. Next is having lots of blankets. I currently have 5 blankets on my bed, and there could be more. I'm not opposed to it. There is one blanket. I don't need any more blankets, obviously, but there is one that I want, and that is a weighted blanket. But all the weighted blankets that I've seen look really ugly. No. The next thing I put is getting cute and soft pajamas that match. Actually, I'm not that into matching pajama sets. I prefer to just have a normal plain top on with cute bottoms or shorts. At the moment, if you haven't seen, in like every video I ever film, I'm wearing the same pajama bottoms that I bought recently. I did say that I washed them, and I do. They're currently in the wash, actually. No way. So I won't be wearing them today. You feel a lot more put together when you have a matching set on anyway, even though personally I don't like that, but you can do whatever you want. Actually, you don't have to listen to anything I'm saying. Okay, next. Having something to look forward to watching when you get home later that day. If you're going to work all day, or if you're going to, school or uni or whatever. If you come home and have a TV show that you're invested in, or a movie or movie series that you're excited to watch every night, your life is so much better. Honestly, my life improves by 150%. That's statistically speaking. When I'm invested in a TV show, life is better, genuinely. And that might seem quite shallow and sad, but I beg to differ because the proof is right there. I'm literally happier when I have a TV show to watch. And also, I was going to say that being invested in a book or a book series, specifically a book series, because then you can just keep reading the next one, is the best thing to exist. I miss reading The Hunger Games and I miss reading book series because I actually find it really hard to read a singular book. I do like reading singular books, but I've realized that reading a book series is 50 million times better. Book series that I would recommend for this time of year: The Hunger Games, yes. Twilight, yes. Harry Potter, yes, those are probably the 3 most basic recommendations that you could get, but I'm not an avid book reader, but I do like to read, so I'm not going to have any unique recommendations for you, I'm afraid. Next would be cooking cozy meals for your dinner, hearty, wintry meals. You could have roast dinners, pie and mash, which is actually what I'm having tonight. What else? Like spaghetti bolognese, sausage and mash. And yeah, tonight's going to be a pie and mash and veg and gravy type of night, and I'm so excited. I'm going to do that when I get home. Last but not least would be really taking care of yourself in the winter months, having pamper nights, light your candles, put on a movie or some music, and just do some face masks, paint your nails, exfoliate, like do anything, have everything showers. It just does make a difference. And even if it's the last thing you want to do, which is so annoying, why is the last thing you want to do the best thing for you? That's quite interesting. That's my advice. I'm not very good at giving advice, but there it is. And it is getting quite dark now, so I'm gonna go. It doesn't look dark in the camera, but it is getting a little bit dark, so I'm gonna go home. Yeah, I'm basically just gonna do everything I just listed this evening.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
The poltergeist was worth 2 locked doors on the trip staircase. If you had hit.
I'm cooking my dinner and I'm listening to my Harry Potter audiobook. I actually haven't been listening to these that frequently like I used to just continuously listen to Harry Potter. I was really in the mood, so we're listening to Harry Potter and it's so cozy.
Holmes' corridor on the 3rd floor. He wouldn't believe they were lost with and a cat called.
In the ancient empty streets, too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy, and there is no place I'm going to.
Dinner was so nice, but I am so uncomfortably full. I don't quite get portion sizes, especially with potatoes. I'm like, yeah, this is like the right amount, and then it's like 3 portions of mashed potato. I'm not complaining. Listen, I love mashed potato. I'm now gonna do a little pamper evening. I've got my face masks. I'm also listening to the Evergreen vinyl by the Paper Kites, which is 2 EPs put into 1 vinyl. So it's the Woodland EP and the Young North EP. I'm gonna do a face mask, and I'm also going to paint my toenails. My nails are brown, so I'm gonna paint my toenails brown. It's pouring down with rain now, which is obviously the best news. I've got a hot chocolate with marshmallows. I've actually got a Galaxy hot chocolate, which is crazy because I am a Cadbury's hot chocolate. Is that a spider? It is. 1 second, please. Sorry about that. It was a teeny tiny spider. It was nothing to worry about. I've had some traumatic stories For example, here I was laid here. I'm painting the picture for you now. Imagine me laid here. The only light I had on was my moonlight. So it was very dim in my room. One tiny little light. I get up, I leave the room quickly. I come back and I lean down here to get something from my bedside table. And right here, right there, was I'm reliving the trauma. Was a huge spider where my head was merely centimeters away. I do not like spiders. As I was saying, I have a hot chocolate. And I am coming at you with another list. While I was doing my face mask, I was listening to that vinyl and it had me thinking about which other albums I listen to that are very autumnal, because that one is. So I made a list, as I do. Album number 1 is Come Away With Me by Norah Jones. Also, I'm so sorry. I don't think this microphone will pick it up, but genuinely my family are being so loud. Shh. I'm trying to have a cozy evening. It really ruins the vibe. But we're going to stay positive. Album number 2 is This Empty Northern Hemisphere by Gregory Alan Isakov. One of my favorite artists who I've seen live. Love that man. Wow, incredible voice. And this whole album is just perfect. Okay, next we have Our Endless Numbered Days by Iron and Wine. I just love them, okay? And this album in particular is very autumnal. They do have another album called The Shepherd's Dog, which is quite autumnal as well. Next, we have the self-titled album by Hosier. I would say half of the album is actually autumnal and the other half is actually kind of summery. So, sorry. Now, there were a lot of choices for this artist, but I went with She Hangs Brightly by Mazzy Star. I could have gone with So Tonight That I Might See, which is very autumnal as well, but I chose She Hangs Brightly. Next, Stick Season by Noah Kahan. I think my favorite song on that album at the moment is Strawberry Wine. It makes me want to, oh my god, it makes me want to cry every time. Actually, it makes me cry every time. It doesn't make me want to. I do. Okay, next, For Emma, Forever Ago by Bon Iver. When I say the autumn album, this is the autumn album. And Bon Iver, other than Taylor Swift, I would say that Bon Iver is my favorite artist. So, well, Bon Iver's a band, but you get the gist. Next is the vinyl that I was listening to, and the album is called Woodland by the Paper Kites. It's actually an EP, but who cares? Next, we have 2 Taylor Swift albums, which are the obvious autumnal albums, and that is Evermore and Red. For some reason, I think Red Taylor's version is more autumnal than the OG version. No idea why, but Red Taylor's version is quite superior in my opinion. Sorry. Anyway, the final album, it's not just autumnal, it's also witchy vibes, because it's Fleetwood Mac and it's Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. I love Stevie Nicks. She is actually my mother. I think we should be listening to more albums, and these are the ones that I'm saying to listen to. And speaking of witchy vibes, I'm actually going to watch a movie right now called The Witches of Eastwick, and I'm going to drink my hot chocolate.